Welcome back, everybody, to the CloudZeroSports podcast. I am back. This is episode 20 of the CloudZeroSports podcast. I'm alongside my co-host, Antonio Delaguzzo, a.k.a. Puggy. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing
It's great to see you back, man.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back. I had a nice vacation last week, but it's time to get back in the groove. And joining us is our good buddy and MLB expert, Austin Mueller. How you doing, man?
Glad to be back, boys.
Yeah, the MLB expert sometimes. But yeah, there he is.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
baby.
sir. We are going to be previewing. I've been saying that wrong all day. We're going to be previewing week 5 of the NFL. I almost said MLB. I gotta figure it out, man. I'm rusty. But
week, man, you're already rusty.
It's crazy, man. And then we're going to be talking some baseball at the end of the podcast. I know you're going to be looking forward to that, Austin.
I'm not.
No,
you're not. Yeah, I know. You're just gonna sit in one of the corners of the Zoom call, just staring at us, man. I can't wait. But anyways, we're going to be starting it off with the NFL Week 5 preview. There it is. I didn't mess it up that time. So we got a great Thursday night game. They've all been good, but this is a good matchup on paper. We got the Rams and the Seahawks this week. Austin, tell me about it. Who is your pick for this game?
Well, I'm going to just throw it out there. I like the Seahawks. I like the Seattle Seahawks at home this week. The 12th man is going to be alive and awoke for this week. Awaken or whatever you want to say. I like Seahawks.
Yeah, okay. You like the Seahawks this week? You know, I'm looking at the NFL.com scores thing, and it says that Russell Wilson is 4-0 at home on Thursday Night Football. So
make it 5-0.
Make it 5-0. He said.
Make it 4-1.
Make it 4-1. He fires back.
Puggy no, dude. There's a sheriff in town for Los Angeles, man. That man is Matt Stafford. As much as I used to trash talk for the past few years, he's been lining up over there in LA. I mean, I think that loss last week, they had to lose one eventually. So it's kind of a good awakening for them. It's good to have it now. So don't worry, they'll bounce back tomorrow night. Well, tonight, actually.
Yeah, because you all will see this on Thursday. And I agree with Puggy. I do think the Rams bounce back. The Seahawks are a good team. I think they are a good team. And, I know Thursday night, Russell Wilson at home is legit. I know Matt Stafford has struggled in Seattle, but he is not with the incompetent Detroit Lions. He is with
incompetence and understatement.
Okay. You're a Giants fan, man. Let me remind you that. All right. But what are you looking at me? What? 0-4? Don't give me that. All right. Don't give me that. You're lucky we don't play you this year, man. We beat you 500-0, man.
Oh, okay.
But but Matt Stafford and the Rams, they're a different breed. The Cardinals are much better than we anticipated, and we'll talk about them later. But that being said, the Rams, I like them this week. I think Stafford will get back in the groove with Mr. McVay, and they will. Don't shake your head at me, man.
Don't shake your head
now. Come on now, man. You're not feeling
it, man. Dude, Russell Wilson. Love? I don't know, man. Russell Wilson's not. He hasn't been on fire like recent. Usually, right now, he'd be like in that MVP caliber season, like middle of the year. He ain't doing it.
Week 5 coming up.
Yeah, but this is where every year Russell Wilson gets that traction. Like, oh, this man's gonna win MVP. He's in the pole position. He ain't anywhere near it.
Just wait. DK Metcalf, 75-yard bomb coming up.
Okay, we'll find out, man. Not with Jalen Ramsey covering. No, sir. Yeah. No, sir. Anyways, on to the London game. England has the pleasure of watching the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons this week.
No one wins.
No one wins. No one. Not even the fans,
dude. The fans are better off going to watch Manchester United lose.
Yeah, probably.
It might be a 3-2 score either way.
Yeah, field goal and a safety.
Yeah, there it is.
Might be more goals scored in the Manchester game. But that being said, Puggy, let's go to you, man. Who are you picking in this game, if that's what you want to call it? Whatever.
I got a Falcons on the lock. I don't like the Jets.
Falcons on the lock.
I think the Jets win against the Titans was kind of a fluke. I mean, Titans obviously didn't have AJ Brown and Julio. That was a
rough game for them.
Game. I don't know. I mean, just being in London, we don't talk about that, but being in London, I think that's just a big different setting for the Jets. They came and win at home. I don't expect them to win in a different country. So
Yeah. Well, then Atlanta's I don't know what they are, but Atlanta, Arthur Smith, I thought the offense would look much better under him, and so far it's not. It's gaining a little traction. It's gaining a little traction. They did all right, even in
Cordell
Washington
Patterson
last
out
week.
of nowhere.
Yeah, they're doing a little better. Even though they lost to Washington, they at least put up 30 points. That being said, I'm picking Atlanta, not on the lock, but I am picking Atlanta. Like you said, I do think that Jets' performance was a little fluky. Fluky maybe isn't a good word. The Titans were very beat up. I think their flaws really showed in that game.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm picking Atlanta here, because I think New York is full of flaws. So what about you, Austin? What are you picking?
Totally agree with you guys. I like Atlanta. It's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be basically the toilet bowl. My
Toilet
opinion.
bowl.
Honestly,
London gets the toilet bowl.
Hot take. This is going to be the game where Kyle Pitts pops off.
Yeah, probably.
It might be. I mean, I don't. Is CJ Mosley's playing, right?
Who cares? Jets still suck.
Yeah, someone's got to guard Kyle Pitts. I don't know who, but someone.
Yeah, but then you leave Kyle Pitts open. If you guard Kyle Pitts, you got Calvin Ridley. That Jets defense is awful. They're
bad. Yeah,
there's
bad.
no
That's
compensating for anyone. It's awful.
Yeah, no, it is extremely rough. Now, yes, we have the next game. The next game up is the Lions and the Vikings.
We don't even have to talk about it. We know the Vikings are winning. On to the next one.
No. All right, man. Can I rant? Can I?
No.
Rant.
No.
Go ahead.
No. Thank you,
Go ahead.
Austin.
Go ahead.
He's gonna be my new co-host. He lets me talk about my issues. So I'm picking Minnesota on a lock. Obviously, because I don't know. It's just this hat. If I
take it off.
It's a comfortable hat. I'm not gonna lie. I like the hat. It's actually a really nice hat.
You gotta get
really
a curve in that. You gotta get a curve in that. Brim.
Yeah. I bought this 3 years ago. I like it though. I like it. It's a good hat. That being said, the Lions are the whole team's falling apart in terms of injuries. I mean, Hawkinson didn't practice on Wednesday, near did Sewell. Ragnow is out now.
Yeah.
And Okuda's gone. Our best pass rusher's gone from Achilles tears. And Dan Campbell goes for it on fourth down every single chance he gets. It's not a good start. And honestly, I don't know if I see a win on the Lions schedule. Maybe one win, but
weekend.
It is rough. It is rough out there. But.
I'm putting the Lions on the lock Thanksgiving week. It's early, but I'm calling it right now.
Ooh, who they play?
Chicago at home.
Oh yeah, it's a lock.
Okay.
Going back to this week.
Anyways, who are you guys taking? Do you have any other comments, or should I just write down Minnesota and we move on?
Minnesota, we move on.
Yeah, Frank Ragnow on IR really hurt. So.
Yeah, the best center in the league, and our only bright spot on the team, and now he's gone. So yay. All right, so now the pain and suffering is over for me. We got the Saints and the Washington football team. Huggy, you start us off here. What do you got?
I honestly don't know. I mean, this is hard to say because the Saints, their whole quarterback situation is very inconsistent. You can't tell what's the fluke week or what's not the fluke week at this rate. But I'm taking Washington as much as I don't want to say it because obviously Washington's divisional rivals with the Giants. I think that defense is going to succumb against James Winston or Taysom Hill, whoever is the quarterback at that rate. I mean, again, the Giants Saints game, they just kept on switching James Winston, Taysom Hill in and out the whole game. I didn't think that worked one bit. So I think Washington's defense will find out the groove midway through the game and just run with it.
Well, I'm taking the Saints here because I think Washington's defense has allowed 30.5 points a game, which is third most in the NFL. And the reason people were picking them to win the division was because their defense was so good. Where is it? I'm waiting for it. Their defensive line is great, but their secondary is rough and their linebackers are fine. The defensive line's great, like I said. But I don't know. The Saints, apparently they win every other week. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting through 4 weeks with them. And I'm going to stick with the Saints winning this week. I can't say I love Washington or I dislike them. They're kind of like an ant team too. And I think 2 ant teams right now, I'm taking New Orleans right now. What about you, Austin? I saw you nodding down there, man.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Right on board with that. I'll jump on that train. I mean, I think Jameis Winston even pops off this week. I think he throws about at least 3 touchdowns. That secondary is
weak.
Not. Yeah, it's
really very weak.
It's really weak, And Jameis Winston throwing 5 touchdowns against the Packers, and their defense is weak. So yeah. I mean, I think this is going to be a great game for Winston to throw three touchdowns at least, and Kamara to at least score. So I mean, I agree. New Orleans is going to. I think they're going to dominate, and it's going to show early and often, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree with that. That's why.
Plus, that defense is really good.
Saints defense is pretty good. I will give it to them. Actually,
defense in the league. So
yeah, they just need to be consistent now.
Yeah,
I will say I think it's gonna go 1 or 2 ways this game. It's either gonna be really close or the Saints are gonna blow out Washington.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any outcome where Washington blows them out.
I don't like when it's in Washington because I don't know how how that weather's gonna be either. Because in Washington, so it could be rainy, it could be.
It's very ucky.
Yeah,
it's a weird place, man.
I mean, if it's in the Dome in New Orleans,
it's a different situation. Yeah,
that would be a lock of the week. So
yeah. All right, we got next up. We got New England and Houston. Goodness gracious! So New England and Houston. Oh boy. See, New England's scaring me a bit, right? But they're playing Houston, so I'm not sure why I'm concerned. Because Houston, they look like they could beat the Jaguars of the last year where they win their first game and then they lose the rest. I could see that happening with them. So that being said, I'm going to take New England here. What about you, Austin? What do you got for us?
I'm taking New England. Better defense, better football team. Bill Belichick,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Almost beat kind of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was close to.
Yeah, I mean, 56.
There's that whole argument about the field. Yeah, there's a whole argument about the field goal.
Yeah. 56 yards in the rain. He hits the upright. I mean, normal conditions, they're probably winning that game. Mac Jones looked good last week.
I mean,
Belichick has found his new Brady. Honestly, it looks like.
Yeah.
For his sake, I hope so. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. So,
I'll take the better quarterback. I'll take the better defense.
Better everything, really.
Yeah.
Even the receiving core, believe it or not. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little 50-50 there, but
yeah, I'd argue that a little bit.
No, I agree. I agree that they're a better wide receiving core, but it's more of an iffy one than clear cut, better quarterback, better defense. But no, I agree.
What about you, Puggy?
I agree with both of you. I'm taking New England.
All right, fair play. So next up, we have the Buccaneers and the Dolphins. Puggy, you want to start us off?
I got the Buccaneers on the lock. I mean, obviously before the season started, I was huge on the Dolphins. I mean, I love Tua and all, but just losing Tua and the recent quarterback play, I can't see this Dolphins team winning. Tom Brady is figuring stuff out. This Buccaneers team is a lot better than everyone even expected.
Except the secondary.
Yeah, but even then, they got Richard Sherman. I mean, they're
They look bad.
They don't look bad, but they don't look great. They're in the right direction. They're in the right direction. Let's just say that.
I hope for their sake they figure it out because that's secondary is looking.
They're number one
now.
DV before Richard Sherman got injured. So I mean,
I know, but still, they still look rough.
But I'm taking the Buccaneers. I mean, AB's supposed to come back this week from the COVID list and all. I take Buccaneers easily. I mean, Dolphins defense is nice and all, but like I said, Tom Brady exists.
Yeah, the Dolphins are.
Tom Brady has Dolphins phone number basically when he's not at New England.
Well, he says here 12 career losses versus Miami, and that's his most against anyone. So the Miami seems to have his number.
I'll say he has his number.
But I don't think this is the scenario because Miami's team was when they beat him were much better teams.
I mean, one of those losses was having Gronkowski as a safety. Let's just put that into perspective.
Yeah, Miami Miracle. Austin, who do you got here?
I'm gonna lean Tampa Bay. I don't think,
only lean Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be one of those blowouts that people expect. I think this is gonna be
probably won't be.
I think it's gonna be a very close game. I saw the line at 10. So
yeah.
kind of leaning towards Miami a little bit on the line, but I like Tampa Bay winning the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett's third game, it's going to be a little bit better. Tampa Bay's defense, secondary is not that great. So I think, Miami's going to be throwing the ball a lot. I think, it's going to be a high-scoring game. So I think it's going to be a great game just to watch and enjoy. But, again, I think Tampa Bay is going to score a lot of points, a lot more points than Miami.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with Tampa Bay as well. All right. So next up, we got Green Bay and Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Puggy, who do you got?
Do I even have to say it? Come on now. I got the Cincinnati Bengals, man. The hype train's open, all right? Everyone needs to come to realization this team is so much better than everyone thought they would be. All right? Don't give me that look.
Puggy, we're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm serious, dude. The Bengals are pulling some major wonders and miracles right now. I got them on a lock. I'm serious about this. I think the Bengals are winning, dude.
No.
I don't even want to look at the camera. I have secondhand cringe for you, my man.
And just like that, my podcasting career is ended.
When we eventually make our TikTok account, and if the Bengals are still on this hype train that you have, just like my Broncos,
it's open, dude.
Train,
and we're accepting new people. Don't worry.
Well, the Broncos hype train's still open, man. Even with Drew Lock at the helm, man, God bless us. But
if the Bengals win this week, I will go out and personally buy you dinner.
All right, I'll take that. Thank you.
And I'll buy him dessert.
All right. I'm telling you, dude, Joe Burrow is so good. Honestly,
Joe Burrow's good. Okay. Let me say this. I like the Bengals. I don't like them enough to pick them over Green Bay.
I like them enough to pick them over Green Bay. I think the Packers have been in such close situations these past couple games that they just shouldn't have been. I mean, all right, the Steelers game, they won. Yeah. But the Steelers game, the Steelers easily could have been had Big Ben not overthrown or underthrown half the wide open people. Weren't there too many? Yeah.
Twice.
No. So think about it. That would have been a lot closer, that game. The game against the 49ers, if he didn't have that miraculous 38 seconds to come back, it would have lost. I'm taking the Bengals. Bengals are winning it. Come at me, Steve-O.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the CloudZeroSports podcast. The record short episode today. My eardrums have been plagued.
No, I definitely see your viewpoint.
I do too, but I'm not locking the Bengals, bro.
I'm locking them. I'm telling you, dude, Bengals are winning. Every week there's that one random upset. This is going to be the upset.
This is not going to be the upset.
This is going to be the upset. I'm telling you right now.
No, this is not going to be the upset. This ain't going to be the upset.
I can't even look at you. You're taking Green Bay, right, Austin?
I'm taking Green Bay Packers. Yes, absolutely. Because the better quarterback. Their defense sucks. Sorry to say that. Green Bay's defense is not good.
I can't look at Puggy. That's why I'm looking away. I can't look at him.
But Joe Burrow is going to have a great day throwing the ball. But again,
probably will.
Jamar Chase, baby.
But again, Packers are just, I don't know. Just it's Aaron Rodgers.
Jamar Chase, baby. Come on now.
Give him a minute left for the Bengals. It's going to come out and it's going to be Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers all day. So
that's right. Yes, sir, baby. Alrighty. So next up, before my hearing's going, my eyes might go next. But anyways, up next, we have the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Austin, we'll throw it over to you first.
All right.
Who are you picking here?
Absolutely on a lock. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Call me crazy.
All right. I'm doing a solo podcast from now on.
Call me crazy. I am going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why?
Yes, why?
No way they're going to lose 4 games in a row. No way.
Oh, no. Big Ben's quarterback play is interesting. All right.
And on top of it, they're not going to lose 3 straight home games. No shot. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers Give me that defense. Chase Claypool coming back this week. He said he was going to score double-digit touchdowns this year. I'm hype. I'm on the train. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now with Big Ben throwing to him.
Yeah, you're right. That's why you just need to feed him the
Yeah,
ball.
someone
right
else
here.
is gonna.
Right here, just feed him the ball, just like last year, rushing touchdowns. That's it.
Rushing touchdowns. Yeah, and Chase Claypool should be the quarterback. Honestly, he should
No,
throw for double-digit touchdowns.
I can see the reason why people will go, Broncos this week. It's gonna be a close game. I like the Steelers, better defense.
So let's talk about this. All right.
Yeah, let's talk.
So Denver, I'm taking Denver. I'll start out there. Am I confident in this pick? Not as much as I would if Teddy Bridgewater was starting. Not as much.
He's not out though.
Well,
he is. He's probably going to be out. He's concussion.
It's a concussion protocol. My guess is at this rate, Drew Lock taking the first team snaps. My guess is he's going to play this week. And Drew Lock does worry me. But the nice thing is that I think at this rate, Austin, I hate to tell you, I think Big Ben right now is probably the worst quarterback in the league. Yeah, no, I
kind of agree to that.
Okay.
Mean, dude, did you
Who's worse than him?
The worst?
You're a Steelers fan.
Who's worse than him? I mean, like, honestly, who's
at least
worse
Zach
than him?
Wilson can get it down the field.
Oh my God! You're talking
No.
Zach
Zach
Wilson.
Zach Wilson's
Oh
the
my
worst.
God!
Zach
You're
Wilson's
talking
the
about
worst. I
Zach
completely
Wilson.
forgot about him.
Oh my
No,
God!
Zach
Zach
Wilson's
Wilson, David Mills. Oh my! You're going crazy.
Okay,
David
maybe not
Mills.
Davis Mills. Okay,
But
but we're talking a bottom
You're
5
thinking-
quarterback.
He's a bottom 3. I'll go that
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, Zach.
bottom 5. Bottom
Okay,
5
all
right
right,
now.
Austin. Who's worse than him? 4 quarterbacks worse than him. Not counting Drew Lock because he's not the main starter.
Okay.
All right, tell me about
Davis Mills.
Okay, 1.
Okay.
Zach
I'll
Wilson.
take Zach Wilson. That's 2.
All right.
And maybe Justin Fields. He has yet to say anything yet. Besides his he played Lions last week. Lions defense stinks. Oh my God. All right.
I'll give you a 2.5. I'll give you a 2.5.
2.5 because I don't think he's played enough to justify.
He's still a rookie.
Zach Wilson blows too.
At least Justin Fields doesn't see ghost.
I'll go 2.5 on that. I see what.
I'm not disagreeing with you guys.
All right,
He
fine.
is a
We'll
bottom
go 3
5.
to make you happy. We'll go 3. Okay, who else is worse than him?
No, I will agree. He's definitely a bottom 5 quarterback. Right now. Right now he is. But the Steelers do peak in November and December. I always told you that. They always
It's
do.
October, man.
I know it's October. November, December they peak. And that's the right time when they peak. Because that's when
They
playoffs
didn't
start.
peak last December.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
a
they
fluke
had their
year.
downfall
That
last
was
year.
a fluke year.
Reverse year.
It was a reverse year last year.
Yeah.
It's a fluke year. But I'm telling you, it's a must win for the Steelers. And
It is a must win. I agree.
It's a must win for the Steelers, and the Steelers will win always 90, maybe not 90%, but 75% of the time in a must win game, they win, especially in a regular season game. So I'm locking them.
We said that the Bengals game was a must-win for them. They lost.
It was a 1-1.
It was a must-win game, in my opinion. That's a
Yeah.
divisional rival game. You need to win that game. They lost that game. So,
It was not a
That
must
was
win.
rough.
It's 1-1. This record was 1-1.
but now it's my turn.
Oh,
In
yeah,
my
I was going to
opinion,
say, what's your opinion?
I actually am choosing the Steelers. As much as I'm trash talking them.
Yeah, what the heck?
The Broncos have too many injuries right now to the point I can't choose them. I would love to choose the Broncos right now. Steve, you kind of got me sold on them. But with Drew Lock being at the helm right now,
It does
Patrick
hurt. It
Surtain.
does hurt.
Patrick Surtain being hurt now, God knows who else is getting hurt tomorrow morning. They have too many injuries to the point I can't choose them. I mean, half the receiving core is out. Von Miller didn't practice today.
Yeah, it's rough. I agree.
I mean,
it's getting
looking at it
rough.
right now. Yeah, Melvin Gordon didn't practice. Did not even participate in practice today. Teddy Bridgewater out. Surtain out. Graham Glasgow, they're
Both their guards are
their guard.
I agree.
Injured.
It's getting rough. Yeah.
Remember the last time the Broncos played the Steelers?
Ooga Booga is hurt. It's
Oh, man.
over.
Remember the last time the Broncos played the Steelers?
No. I don't actually.
Drew Lock experienced the TJ Watt experience. Remember that?
Yeah, that is concerning.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. It's like I
yeah.
don't know, but their defense is much better, and Big Ben gives people nightmares. So I don't know. It could be a mess. Honestly, that game could be a mess.
It ain't gonna be a mess.
I don't even know how to predict this game, but I am choosing the Steelers.
I'm still
hate to
taking
say it.
Denver. I'm still taking Denver. Alrighty. So next up, we have the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Panthers acquire Stephon Gilmore today. They're making moves, even though Gilmore's not going to play because he's out until week 7. But Carolina, Philly, Puggy, who you got here?
I got Carolina, honestly. I mean, I used to trash talk Sam Darnold for the past 2-3 years. I mean, but he's got it figured out, I guess. I mean, obviously, it was never him. It was New York. And now that he's in a different setting and environment, Sam Darnold's finally playing the way he wants to play. I mean,
he's looking good, man.
He's looking good. I mean, even without Christian McCaffrey last week, he played phenomenal, honestly. I mean,
yeah, even though I think the Cowboys are a better team than them, that's why they lost. But that being said, I think Carolina can handle Philadelphia at home. I would hope so, at least. And I'm taking Carolina. Austin, what do you got?
Isn't this your lock?
No, I changed it to the Falcons.
Okay. Again, must win scenario for the Eagles here. I think honestly, if they fall short, it's 1-4, and that ain't gonna be good.
Honestly, it's probably okay if they fell to 1-4 because this division sucks.
You're right. But you got the Cowboys versus the Giants this week, and Washington will lose. I think Washington loses this week, and Cowboys win this week, especially at home. They fall up to 4-1, and that means 3 games back for the Eagles. So I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to go Philadelphia Eagles on the upset just because Jalen Hurts. I think he's a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, but I like Sam Darnold. I'm not disregarding.
You think Hurts is a better quarterback?
Just right now, I think Hurts is going to go off. He's going to. I don't know. I just think the Eagles are going to find a way to win this week.
I will say the one good thing about Hurts is he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he's very athletic. Might be one of the most athletic.
He has good pocket awareness. That was the one thing I've always noticed every time I watch an Eagles game. He has pretty good pocket awareness.
I really like.
Steven, what's that smirk on your face over there? What do you want to say? Are you on my side? Are you on my side? At least.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm taking Carolina. Philly is not good. They are the only thing they probably have over Detroit at this point is a quarterback that doesn't stink.
Honestly,
Jared Goff doesn't stink either, though. Jared Goff is doing well, honestly, in my opinion. Jared Goff is in the Matt Stafford situation 2.0. He's a solid quarterback, which is
much worse than that. He's
worse than Stafford, but he's in the Stafford situation. He's a solid quarterback in an awful situation.
Jalen Hurts is better. You know the Eagles O-line, 4 of their 5 stars didn't play last week, and now Lane Johnson's back, so now 3 of their 5 stars won't play. And this Panthers defense is absolutely ruthless.
Disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's ruthless. Hurts is going to be running for his life this game. It's going to get ugly.
He's lucky that Stephon Gilmore can't play yet.
He'll just have to take 10 sacks a game.
Yeah.
So that will be an interesting game to watch. Now, next up is the Chargers and the Browns. Actually, wait, nope, I lied.
Titans and Jaguars.
It's the Jaguars and Titans. I forgot about that game because it is so forgettable.
Toilet Bowl Part 2, huh?
Yeah, the toilet bowl in America. Titans and Jags. Okay, can we talk? So I'm picking the Titans, not as a lock because it's too easy. I assume everyone else is picking the Titans too.
That's a great man.
Austin.
The Titans.
Urban Meyer went to a club.
I know.
You know what happened there. And the locker room, people in the locker room have literally told reporters, we don't trust this guy anymore.
True.
I wouldn't.
No, I know.
He's going to have to lead a football team on Sunday and people are going to want to listen to him against the Titans, who just lost to the Jets. If they lose to the Jaguars, the Titans they should be relegated to the NCAA.
Yeah, I might be overthinking a little things, but
yes, Austin, this is simple.
No, Austin, you're changing the Titans. We're not letting Steven write down that you said Jags. It's the Titans.
I'm not even going to. If you said Jaguars, I was going to write down Titans for you.
I'm telling you right now, give it 2 weeks. Urban Meyer's getting fired.
2 weeks.
Honestly, he might be. But between the time we are recording this podcast and the time it releases, he might get fired.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to delve too much into what happened, but I won't be shocked if he's purposely doing this so he can get hired to USC.
But here's the thing. Why would he do that for the USC job? What he is doing,
Urban Meyer's done so much sketchy stuff in the past to the point that it doesn't matter.
But I feel like this is bad. Like this is really
and the
bad.
Stuff that happened in Florida wasn't bad.
Maybe I'm crazy, but if I was USC, I wouldn't hire him.
USC wants to win, dude. They get all this talent. They're trying to win, and he's a good college coach.
If I'm a kid, I'm not going to USC under any circumstance.
Neither am I, but
coach.
But
like, what kind of shit? He could go into the NFL and is pretty much. If the Lions played the Jaguars this year, I would guarantee the Lions win. But they don't.
I'd second that.
But they don't. Actually. So that's unfortunate. That being said, there's no. You know what? Before I'm just gonna write down Tennessee before I forget, and I'm not letting anyone else get a chance to change their mind. And I'm talking to you, Austin. You're not changing your mind. I'm not letting you. I know Trevor Lawrence is good, but he's got a moron leading the pack.
He really does.
I said this before. Dan Campbell is looking rough right now, but it is only week 4. But no matter what Dan Campbell does in his head coaching career, he will never be worse than Urban Meyer. Unless he somehow matches his stupidity off the field. And it doesn't seem like that guy. Urban Meyer is that guy. Dan Campbell, not that guy.
I mean, Dan Campbell won for it on 4th and 1, down 10.
I'd rather have an aggressive coach than a coach who does some very peculiar stuff off the field.
I would rather go for every single 4th down than find out my coach is a weirdo. Like I would bite off a kneecap before I would do what Urban Meyer did.
No, you're absolutely right. But down 10 with 3 minutes to go, you have all 3 timeouts or 2 timeouts, whatever it was.
Okay.
Take a field goal. Then you make it a 1.
I agree. Game. But Urban Meyer, he lost. Dan Campbell probably went to the lab this week and tried to figure out a game plan for Minnesota. It probably won't go well because half his team is hurt. Urban Meyer traded away C.J. Henderson for garbage, even though I know Jags fans said he wasn't doing that well. But still, traded him away for nothing. And then went on to lose a Thursday night football game and then went to the club while he's married and met up with a girl. I don't want to get into details, but I think people can put together the puzzle pieces. Now the locker room, the owner of the team said he's got to gain his trust. He's going to gain the trust back in the locker room. And I don't think the players want any part of it.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
it's hard when you lose the locker room. It's hard to get it back.
Especially, I mean, Matt Patricia lost the locker room, but at least he wasn't a loser.
Yeah, well, he was a loser, but he was a loser on the field.
But he's not like a morality loser. Like the dude was like a decent.
He was a loser on the field.
Guy, but Urban Meyer, I mean, my goodness, man, figure it out. Like, what are you doing? Imagine if he sees this clip and he's like, "Who's this kid with this stupid hat and face and whatnot?" But it's like, come on, man. Come on, Urban, you're better than this. Like, yeah. All right, enough of that.
On to the Chargers-Browns game.
Yeah, the Chargers-Browns game. Oh, this is a game.
Steven, I'll have you kick it off.
Oh yeah.
Well,
America's game of the week.
I think this is America. Actually, just because the Cowboys.
It's Cowboys Giants. It's Cowboys.
Yeah,
Giants. But it'll be the CBS game of the week. But
it's a fans' game of the week.
So I just want to say this. Remember when Justin Herbert was a junior and people were like, "Oh, this is the number 1 pick in the draft. Like this is the guy." Do you guys remember that? Right? And then he went back for his senior year because he wanted to graduate with his science degree or whatever it was. I forget. But
yeah, that was the year the Giants should have taken him. But
right. And now here we are, and they in the draft. Joe Burrow went number 1, rightfully so. Yeah. Tua went before him, and Justin Herbert fell to 6, and no one was high on him. I remember that offseason. Nobody was high on Justin Herbert. They were like, oh, yeah, Justin Herbert. Well, the dude is looking like a top 5 quarterback, top 10 for sure. And I was skeptical of him. I know Puggy wasn't, but I was skeptical that he would have a sophomore slump. And as of right now, it's not looking like that. He looks on fire, lethal. People are saying, might be extreme, but people are saying that he is going to end up being better than Patrick Mahomes. Now that's a hot take, but
I mean, the one reason I could see that is just because he doesn't have an Andy Reid as a coach.
Herbert is lighting it up right now. He beat Mahomes last week.
He did,
or 2 weeks ago. They beat the Chiefs on their home ground, which is not easy to do.
Yeah,
and he went in there and was firing on all cylinders. He outplayed him.
He wasn't afraid. He went into their home.
Dude is cold-blooded. And with that being said, I'm taking the Chargers. This Brandon Staley's got something going on over there, and it's good.
I'm agreeing with you on this one. I don't love the Browns, but I like this Browns team this year. But I think Justin Herbert's on something this year. He's hungry. I mean, I don't think the Chargers are going to win much this year past like regular season, but he's hungry. He wants to win. And like games like this, he gets his grit and grind. Like you say, he's cold-blooded in these big primetime games.
Yeah,
and honestly,
showing off right now.
Not many people credit this guy, but Rashawn Slater's been killing it for him on that offensive line.
Absolutely. Yeah, he has been fantastic. If Sewell wasn't hurt, but I'd say he was the best offensive line, but he's probably second. That being said, I think Slater is the best offensive.
I'm just saying, Dolphins fans are probably punching the air right now.
They should be. And I was gonna say Bengals fans, but Jamar Chase is actually looking pretty good. So even though, but I saw a stat. Jonah Williams is the 4th best pass blocking left tackle for the Bengals this year.
They're getting something figured out over there. I'm telling you, man.
I said their offensive line was better than people thought. I didn't say it was good, but I thought it was better than people thought. And it's actually not too bad. It's holding up. So Zach Taylor's got something figured out over there. But anyways, back to the Chargers and Browns.
Austin, who do you have?
Who do you got?
A tough game, honestly. I don't.
Let's see. Let me guess. You can play devil's advocate.
He's going to be rushing him. That's going to be interesting.
This is going to be a very, very, very close game and a very, very, very good game to watch.
Yes, yeah. The 4 o'clock games are. I'm looking at them. They're pretty.
This game is going to be a very defensive game, in my opinion. I don't think Herbert or Baker Mayfield throw more than 2 touchdowns.
I think it's going to be a defensive battle.
I think it's going to be very defensive. I think it's going to be like a 21-18, 24-21 type game. I think it's going to come down to who can stop the running back. I think whoever can stop Austin Eckler or Nick Chubb.
Or Kareem Hunt.
Or Kareem Hunt, yeah. But I think it's really going to come down to that, and that's going to be the game plan. Is how can you stop the running back? Because both secondaries are really good, in my opinion. I mean,
they are.
You've got crazy secondaries on both side of the teams that are playing with each other. Better quarterback. I mean, Justin Herbert is flat out playing well the last 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, I mean, a little shaky. Because he hasn't probably played did he play preseason this year?
I don't think he did actually.
I don't think he did. So that's probably why it was a little shaky first two games. I mean, it's pretty impressive to beat KC in Kansas City.
Yeah, the last 2 wins he had are spectacular.
And the Raiders, one of the last
pushover.
Yeah, absolutely not one of the last undefeated teams in the league, and beating them at home. Yeah. Cleveland's really good. And think about it, they're 3-1 as well, and they
could have been 4-0. They could be 4-0.
They could be 4-0, and they choked against Kansas City too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a very tough game. Very, very tough game. I'm going to go with the Browns just because just think they're more talented against the Chargers. And
yeah, they do. They probably have a better roster overall.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the better team. Probably should go with the hot team, but I'm going to just go with the better team. I'm going to go with Browns. It's going to be a very tough game. I mean, I can see both ways. So yeah. I'm leaning towards Browns. So.
Yeah. All righty. Next up is the Raiders and the Bears. I'll go first because the Raiders are my lock. Yes. I see the Bears. They're weird. They beat the Bengals, who Puggy is very high on.
Shouldn't have.
And they beat the Lions only by 10 points with them surging back into the game. The Raiders aren't the Lions. They're right at the moment, they're better coached. They have a much better roster than the Lions. And I think at home, Las Vegas is nuts. Like their crowd's
really
crazy. Good. Justin Fields now gets the starting nod for 100% certainty until he loses it.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't think he's going to pick up the win here because this Raiders team is good, and I just don't see how the Bears can hang with them. So, Puggy, what do you got?
I got the Raiders as well. I mean, I want to see Justin Fields prosper, but at the same time, he still has Matt Nagy as his head coach.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Matt Nagy is not a good coach.
No,
he's not. He's been carried by his players. That year he made it to the playoffs and made that long run with Mitchell Trubisky. It was not Nagy's coaching. It was that defense that did everything, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that defense didn't get much better.
It's fallen off. It's dropped off. I mean, they lost Kyle Fuller. Akeem Hicks got cut. I mean,
oh really?
I thought he did. Didn't he not?
No, I don't think he did.
Who's the other key player they lost on? Because I know there's some defensive end they lost that was major.
No, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the Bears.
But their defense did fall off. They lost. Yeah. They lost major.
No, I
players.
agree. Yeah, no, I agree.
They're not what we thought it was the Bears 2 years ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about you, Austin?
Yeah, I just think, Justin Fields kind of got lucky last week, in my opinion. I mean, the Lions had 4.
What do you mean, no, Puggy? I see you shaking it. You don't think he got lucky?
Nope. Oh, wait. I thought you said Justin Herbert. Never mind. Just Fields. Go ahead.
I was going to say.
No, I think Chicago got really lucky last week. Watching the game, the Lions had 4 possessions inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
And did not capitalize at all.
Yeah. And the one, Frank Ragnow snapped it into Jared Goff's shoulder. And it was an interception.
Yeah.
Like how many? I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
No.
It's like how many times does that happen?
Yeah.
Lions are giving me Giants vibes of not knowing how to complete in the red zone.
Yeah. Yeah. It baffles me. I mean, I had the Lions as my lock last week, and they had the opportunities to score, and they could have won. They didn't. You take 2 out of those 4 times, and they could score, they win the game by 4 points. Or it could be a completely different aspect of the game. So, and I don't think Justin Fields had a good game last week. Don't get me wrong. But, again, it's the Lions. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, Steve-O, but
I know, man. It's rough.
He threw
he lost on a 66-yard field goal.
Yeah, and they threw
in a dome.
The Lions invent new ways to lose.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, they invent turnovers too. Like that. I don't.
Yeah, and I don't think Justin Fields has proven really anything much lately. He has yet to throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah,
he's in a bad situation, to be fair.
No, you're right.
But they're 2-2.
But you can't throw a touchdown pass against Detroit Lions at home. It's a little shaky.
Yeah. I know.
Absolutely.
That's why Raiders are my lock, because
I like your lock.
Him going into Las Vegas and just having his way. Like,
so,
I don't see that happening.
I'm not sold on Chicago, and I'm not really sold on Justin Fields yet.
Yeah,
but you got to be careful with them and choosing to pick them. So
I like Justin Fields to be good in the future. I just don't like him right now in the situation. I feel like Matt Nagy has to go before he becomes the guy that they want him to become.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right. Next up is the flaming hot Arizona Cardinals. My goodness. Let's go with Austin. Why don't you start us off here?
Oof. I mean, would I be wrong if I said the 49ers? Probably. But I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Okay.
Just going with the Cardinals, but
see,
I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers did win.
If I like Trey Lance. Is he supposed to play this week? I don't think so. I think Jimmy G's back at the helm, right?
What happened to Jimmy G, actually?
I forget.
It's either it was a knee or concussion issue.
He's questionable. says calf, and he didn't practice. He didn't practice on Wednesday.
I like Trey Lance. I really do. But
I don't even Trey Lance played. I don't think he's ready to play a game like this.
No, not against the Cardinals at home. I think
agree.
This is the Cardinals game.
I think this is the Cardinals game to win still easily.
Yeah.
They're 4-0 for a reason.
Yeah. Right. And Trey Lance's touchdown, one of them was because Seattle forgot to – was it Seattle they played last year or last week? 49ers?
LA. Oh, 49ers? Yeah.
Yeah,
Seattle.
It's because they left Deebo Samuels wide open, and he took it to the house, 75 yards. And that's just miscommunication. That was kind of luck for Trey. So, I mean,
Trey Lance, yeah.
Trey Lance. So, yeah, absolutely. This is an easy one to pick. I think Arizona takes it all.
Yeah.
Only problem with trying to say the Niners win is just that, like we were saying, Trey Lance just doesn't have enough experience yet. We haven't seen enough of him to say that, this guy has got what it takes to win a big time game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like his talent, but I don't know if this is the game you want to throw him into.
Yeah, exactly.
To get that, his first career start when or whatever the term is. But
and Kittle's hurt and Mitchell's hurt for running back.
No, their running back is like running back by Kame, so I'm not too worried about them.
Their number one running back is Kyle Juszczyk. Let's be real here.
Yeah, no kidding. Next up, we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. Puggy, tell me about them, man. Tell me about those New York Giants.
The Giants are winning, man. The Giants are winning. For anyone that's not watching the video, I am shaking my head. They're not winning. It's the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're Dallas. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Giants, Daniel Jones has showed me hope. He really has. I mean, he's played really well. 400 yards last week, 70% completion percentage. He was the NFC Player of the Week last week for a reason. Played well. Like, Daniel Jones is showing that he's a pretty solid quarterback. I mean, he's not the worst quarterback in the league. Saquon's coming back to what he used to be. He's showing glimpses of it.
It's got to take time.
It is. I mean, it's a torn ACL.
Yeah.
You can't come back in 2 weeks from it.
Yeah.
But
especially Denver. First week against Denver.
Yeah, it's hard. But then, like, you look at the Cowboys. That Cowboys team, they're red hot. They're pulled to win this division. I don't think anyone's going to compete with them in the NFC East. I mean, Giants had a good team on paper, but then all the receivers are getting hurt left and right. They just lost their star linebacker last week, Blake Martinez, to torn ACL.
Star is a
star in quotations, but star when you have a very, very subpar linebacking committee. So,
yeah. I'm also picking the Cowboys. They're the better team.
Yeah, this is one of my locks this week.
The lock for a money.
This is one of my locks. So
I will say this: Giants always play the Cowboys. They play them to the end. They do always play them.
Oh, that's true.
The Giants can be so bad, and they will always find a way to play them to the last second of the game.
But I think it's more in New York, though. I don't think that's going to be in Dallas.
Last year, they won on the blocked field goal.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, division games are very tough to predict anyway.
Yeah.
But with you just saying, one of your better linebackers hurt, I wouldn't be surprised, though, Daniel Jones lights it up, too. I mean, Cowboys defense isn't that great.
Trayvon Diggs, man.
He's something.
Like a top 5 corner this year so far.
I'm calling right now. He picks off Daniel Jones. I'm calling it. He's going to do it.
Yeah, but
an interception every game this year so far.
But I definitely like the receiving core that the Giants have too. Like, they got 3 very solid wideouts. So I don't know who Diggs is going to be on. Could be on Golladay. Could be on Sterling.
Kadarius Toney is actually showing a lot of talent. I mean, he has a quick first step that everyone he's showing the glimpses of Odell in in a way.
He finally has more receiving yards than us sitting at home.
Yeah, he does.
But I definitely think this is going to be I think this is definitely going to be a Tony Pollard game, though. I don't think Zeke's going to go as crazy, but I definitely like Tony Pollard this week.
I'm going to pick up Tony Pollard in my fantasy.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Maybe I just threw that out there, so hopefully you guys pick them up.
Yeah. So next up is the Bills and the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football.
Ooh, another lock coming up here for me.
Yeah, you got a lock. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about this lock.
My last lock I had the Steelers. I had the Cowboys. Now my last lock is the Bills.
Smart man.
Bills on the road in Kansas City. Little shaky, but I will go with the lock because it's the Buffalo Bills. It's just a better team, I think. Better defense. And I think the Bills are going to win it all this year.
So I agree with that completely. I'm taking the Bills as well. And I like the Bills because now that Josh Allen's back in his form. They shut out back-to-back teams. Yeah, as the Dolphins and the Texans. And they shut out back-to-back teams, Dolphins and Texans. And then they beat up on Washington. This team has pretty much all their starters returning from last year. They're finally in the groove that I thought they would be in week 1, but it took them a little bit. The Chiefs are falling off just a little bit. Their linebackers look terrible. They don't have a good pass rush. They can't stop the run. They can barely. They're just starting to be able to run the ball. Just starting to be able to. And
their offensive line is garbage.
Their offensive line. You guys were telling me that their offensive, or not? Did you say their offensive line was good, Puggy?
I said they're subpar.
Yeah,
I said it was worse than last year.
Dante was telling me it's a great offensive line. I was sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm not too impressed with that right side. And Orlando Brown's looking pretty bummy right now, man. I'm not too sold on this O line. Yeah, they're 2-2, and I'm sure they'll be fine. But this is the Buffalo Bills we're talking about, man. This is the Buffalo Bills. This team is going to go all the way as long as their key players can remain healthy. I am that confident in that squad.
I also think this is going to be a great game to decide first or second place in playoffs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
The Chiefs already got two losses. Which
but the third one
would hurt even worse.
Yeah, and I definitely do think the Bills are going to lose. Bills are going to lose one or two more games. So, but it's going to go head to head. Whoever won against each other, and that's going to be whoever's going to take the number one.
Yeah.
I like
agree. Puggy, but Bills or Chiefs?
Oh, Bills. I mean, like we all said, the Chiefs are kind of starting to fall off. And honestly, I think Chiefs at this rate might not even make the playoffs. I'm serious about this too.
Oh, that's a hot take.
It's a very hot take, but look at the AFC West. 3 teams right now are 3-1, and they're 2-2. I mean, it's not much of a difference, but the Chiefs are a team we expected would go into the season. They would be on top of the division.
And they're bottom.
Patrick Mahomes, I mean, I'm not saying it's all his fault, but Patrick Mahomes is not living up to this quote-unquote potential GOAT that we all can see him.
I warned everyone at the beginning of the year of potential Chiefs hangover from their Super Bowl loss. And people saying, oh, it's the Chiefs. They're great, blah, blah, blah. I think we're starting to see it a little bit. Yeah. And I think if they lose to the Bills this week, people are really going to be drawing some question marks around the Chiefs, depending how bad it is.
Yeah, but it's also early in the year, too. So
I know, but it's not convincing. I mean, the 49ers had a big Super Bowl hangover 2 years ago. Yeah, injuries hurt, but I mean, the Chiefs can't stop the run.
So I mean, they don't get it. Their schedule is not that easy either, honestly, this year, especially with how the division's playing. It's not easy.
They already lost one of the division games. They got to play the Raiders twice yet, the Broncos twice yet, and the Chargers one more time in LA.
And then on top of that, they have the Packers, the Cowboys. I mean, the Steelers tend to play them close majority of the time. I will say that.
And it's at the end of the year, too.
Yeah. If the Chiefs lose this game, they need to figure out something quick.
I know. It could get ugly quick. It could get a lot uglier quicker than it can get better. So we'll have to see how that plays out. So our last game of the week is the Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Colts. I will go first because I haven't used my last lock yet. And here it is. It's the Baltimore Ravens. I picked the Colts to win the AFC South. You're giving me a thumbs down.
Go Steelers.
Oh, I thought you were going to. Wait, are you picking the Colts?
No.
Okay. That's why I thought you
were Baltimore sucks. Baltimore sucks.
Okay. Sure, man. Whatever you say. So, I thought he giving a thumbs down because you're going to pick the Colts. That being said, the Ravens, I was a bit worried about them after their loss to the Raiders. I was a bit worried about the Ravens, but it turns out the Raiders are just better than we thought. And This Ravens team's still good. They went into Denver. They beat them. Yeah, Drew Lock played the second half, but they still beat them 23-7. I think this team has what it takes to contend for a playoff spot. I was a little shaky on them with the injuries, but they're proving me wrong at the moment. And I'm riding with the hot team. And the Colts are just I know I picked them to win the AFC South, but the AFC South is terrible. So that's not really saying too much. So that's why I'm taking Baltimore. Puggy, let's go to you. What do you got?
I'm taking Baltimore as well. I mean, obviously they're hot right now. And to top that off, I'm pretty sure Rashad Bateman, the first round pick, supposed to is potentially going to play on Monday night.
That's huge.
That's huge for Lamar. Lamar needs that wide receiver who's a deep threat for him and doesn't drop the ball.
He can't throw.
Yes, he can. He can throw. Yes, he can. Dude, he threw for 2,800 yards and ran for 1,000 yards in one season. I'll take that on any team.
He can't throw.
Throws better than Big Ben.
He dotted up the Broncos secondary last
Throws better than Big Ben, dude. Don't want to hear it.
Oh, whoopee.
Hey, well, you say whoopee right now, but that could cost the Steelers in the end of it.
The Ravens they're a menace, man.
He threw 22 completions against the Broncos and 316 yards.
That sounds like throwing to me, man.
Carson Wentz is better.
So what, they all screen passes and Marquise Brown took them all 80 yards each time? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Listen, man, Baltimore. Is anything else you want to say about
any blasphemy things you want to say?
Yeah. You want to slander Baltimore again for no reason?
Steelers, Cowboys, Bills. Absolute locks. 3-0 right there. That's all I want to say.
Bengals, best lock of the week, dude. I'm telling you. Bengals, best lock of the week.
I can confidently say that your locks are going 2-1 and mine are going to go 3-0.
You mean 1-2? I'm 3-0. Puggy's 2-1.
No, I'm 3-0, dude. Bengals are winning. I'm telling you.
Puggy, your locks on the year are 6-6.
No, bro, I'm telling you, it's turnaround time. It's turnaround time.
I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but Puggy's locks are 6-6 on the year so far. Mine are 9-3, but overall, Puggy and I have the same prediction record at 39-27. And then Austin went 11-5 last week since he just joined us, and he's 2-1 with his locks. So he locked Detroit. Even though I thought Detroit was going to win last week. So
hey, I'm 40-24 right now though on picks.
40 and
overall.
Pigskin pick 'em?
Yeah, pigskin pick 'em, baby. Pigskin pick 'em.
40-24.
Yeah, I'm 40-24.
If we're 39-27, how are you 40-24?
I don't know.
Are you sure you're not
preseason
26?
No, it says 40-24 right here, bud.
Steve, I think you need to recount your math.
We add wrong?
Yeah.
You add.
I'm 40-24 and I've yet to miss a game.
Me.
Yes, you. I didn't add.
Me.
All right. 64 games, bud. Through 4 games. Makes sense. 16 games a week past 4 games.
Oh yeah, we're missing 2 games. How'd that happen?
Oh, what the heck, man?
Should we give each other 2 wins?
No.
No, though. No.
Somewhere I forgot to count a game. I don't know where.
It's mini golf all over again.
It's mini golf all over again? Come on. Hey, I'll have you know on vacation that I kept score in our mini golf game and I got it right that time, okay? I'll have you know.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, did I?
Nope.
No, I did.
Steven, don't ever become an accountant, dude. That's all I'm telling you.
I'm not, so don't worry about it. Right? So don't worry about it, okay?
Hey, I'm close to 90% almost right on every single game.
We're gonna have to
we'll make sure to put in the description
we'll fix it. I promise. We'll get the right answers. So we're about an hour in, and as promised, we are going to talk some baseball. So Puggy, if you want to go to the bathroom or get lost or something.
Yeah.
But so Austin, you and I, man, let's have a good conversation here, man.
All right.
So I have a World Series pick, and I don't know if you're.
Yeah, I got one too.
You got one too? No one.
Yeah, throw it out there. Puggy.
No, I'm just kidding.
I got the Giants.
You're.
I take
Giants. Giants, man.
No, the San Francisco Giants.
I'm kidding.
I'm not that dumb.
The San Francisco Giants, man. You're picking the Giants. All right, that's fair. That's a good pick. That is a good pick.
What's your pick?
What's my pick?
I want to hear it.
I want to hear your pick first.
My pick?
Yeah, your pick.
Why
Steven, you say the Astros, I am literally kicking you off this podcast.
I'm not saying.
Well, that's the thing. Astros Dodgers World Series again.
You're taking the Astros? Wow.
I don't think the Rays are that good.
I say it every year.
I know I do say it every year, but I just don't like their pitching. I don't know how they do it. I just don't like it. I don't even know who they are. Just like a bunch of
Shane McClanahan and
that's one of their prospects. But who's Shane? Who's Shane? What? But
Shane Baz?
Yeah,
he's one of their prospects as well.
Oh, okay. Well, again, you're gonna have two prospects lead the way.
Yes, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So
and Luis Patino.
It is. Do you think Boston wins the ALDS?
And now I think it's gonna be Astros Rays. I don't think the Red Sox are that strong.
I agree.
They almost lost to the Nationals. You think about it, they almost lost to the Nationals in game 162.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
They almost lost that game. Chris Sale didn't throw well.
No, he didn't. Nate Eovaldi threw well on the Wild.
Oh yeah, that's just because the Yankees.
He was fantastic.
The Yankees right now we're watching their whole lineup. In my opinion.
Right now we're watching the Dodgers and Cardinals game is the top of the 7th.
Let's go Cardinals. The Yankees can't win. Dodgers can't win. Let's go Cardinals.
Yeah.
Hey man, until America's World Series can happen, no team can win it then.
So in the AL, I have the Rays coming out, but they're not my pick to win it. My pick's coming from the NL. Austin, this year I'm picking the Atlanta Braves to win the World Series.
Oh,
how are you a Phillies fan and say the Braves won?
Because they were my pick at the beginning of the year, and I'm still hold on. I knew you were gonna look at me, and that's why I didn't tell you before on the podcast. I want your genuine reaction. But now you're looking at me all funny. Let me tell you.
And you're gonna say to Puggy, oh, Austin's gonna be my no co-host, and then you're gonna be, it's gonna be a solo. Now you're gonna say the Braves.
Austin, you and I are making our own spin-off podcast. Let's
get out of here, bro.
All right,
Austin,
let me tell you.
Making a spin-off
podcast.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you about the Atlanta Braves.
I don't need to.
No, I'll tell you about them. So I got their stats right here. Their team ERA in the month of September, is second best in the MLB, only behind the Giants. They have
That's why the Giants are so good.
Why the Giants winning it all, baby.
3.13 ERA for the month of September. And the Brewers, they're down here at 3.61 ERA for their team, right? The Brewers are on the colder side, whereas the Braves are hot and surging into this postseason. I mean, they swept the Phillies, to seal the division, which is not saying much.
It's not a lot.
Shut up. All right. And then hitting wise, you might think, okay, where do they rank in where is it? Yeah, OPS, they're 10th in the league in OPS, right? Which is okay. It's fine, right? It's okay. The Brewers are down at 23rd. The Brewers have not gone by on their hitting this year. It's all been pitching. And I think Corbin Burns is a Cy Young winner. I'll throw that one out there. I was talking to Dustin earlier today about this, and we were discussing how close Scherzer and Burns are, but then we talked about their FIP. Corbin Burns' FIP is a whole point lower than Scherzer's, which is crazy. If you think about that. So that's why I'm picking Burns, because their stats are very, very, very comparable. They're both in the 230s for strikeouts. They both have around 2.4-ish ERA. I don't remember off the top of my head. But their FIP is completely different. So that's why I'm taking the Burns to win the Cy Young. But back to the point I was trying to make. The Brewers have gone by with their pitching, but the Braves have got it both going on each. They got hitting, they got pitching. Eddie Rosario, Jorge Soler, Jock Peterson. They have the best infield in baseball, honestly, at this rate. Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, Freddie Freeman, and they got a good pitching staff. They got Max Fried, Ian Anderson, Charlie Morton leading the way. Their bullpen's solid. I like this team. I think they are built for a run. I mean, they were one game away from the World Series last year, and they added a crazy amount of pieces after losing Ronald Acuna. I mean, they traded for Rosario, Soler, Adam Duvall. I forgot about him. And they also trade for Jock Peterson. This team's making moves. I did say the Brewers would be a sleeper, but I just think the Braves are hotter right now. I think they can take that momentum, and I think they can win it all because I think they can beat San Francisco or the Dodgers or the Cardinals if it came down to it. I think this is the year that they can make moves because that pitching staff has been lights out recently.
I can see your point. I can definitely see your point. I mean, I don't like Max Fried. I'm not a big Max Fried guy, especially this year. Charlie Morton, one of the better pitchers in baseball, if not, top 20 pitcher in baseball. He's up there. I don't disagree with you on that. They do have a great offensive lineup. Dansby Swanson has proven himself why he's a first-round draft pick. Actually, first overall, right? I believe.
First overall, but the Diamondbacks, and they sent him. They sent him to Atlanta in the what deal was it? I was listening to a podcast about it, and the I forget what deal it was.
Yeah,
I forget. But anyways, he went over to the Braves in a trade.
Yeah, and you got Travis d'Arnaud, Freddie Freeman. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, it just kind of hurts not having Ronald Acuna. And
they've gotten better.
Right before he blew out, he was gonna be the NL MVP. He was.
Yeah,
he was in front. He was hitting. He had like close to 20 home runs right before he blew out his knee.
Yeah.
So
I mean, playing well.
Yeah, he was playing tremendously well, and that's just going to be a huge blow. I agree with you. I think they are going to win the first season, the first series.
First series against the Brewers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's crazy it is to say, considering they got a and winner going.
And like with you providing the facts that I just realized now, I mean, I back up that train. I can definitely see it.
They're pitching. Pitching wins championships, in my opinion. I think just like defense wins championships in football, I think pitching wins championships.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you got a hot team, I mean, the Cardinals, they have the fourth best ERA as a squad. And the Dodgers are 3. And these two are duking it out right now in the wild card game.
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay is 5th, by the way. And the White Sox are 6th. So you got 6 playoff teams right there in the last month for because I'm gauging for like hotness and streakiness. But overall, the Braves are 8th in the league overall with 3.76 team ERA, and the Brewers are up there at 3. But that's through the whole season. I'm just talking about recently, because recently is what mattered. Because the Cardinals,
absolutely, whoever's hot.
A month ago, the Reds were the second wild card team.
Yeah.
Not the Cardinals. The Cardinals were an afterthought. Not necessarily an afterthought, but they're like, they need a lot of help. They were like 5 games back at the time. But now, you win 17 games in a row, things change.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and it comes down to whoever the hottest team is. But
and that's why I think the Braves are hot, Cardinals are hot. Really, all the teams in the NL are hot, except for the Brewers. That's why I'm not as high on them right now. Yeah. But can they win that series? I could see it. But I'm riding the Braves through the postseason. What are you gonna say, Puggy?
2 things actually.
Sure.
The Dansby Swanson trade was for Shelby Miller and Gabe. Don't know how to say his last name.
Shelby
Spear.
Miller. That was the guy. I remember him talking.
Shelby Miller and Gabe Spear.
Because Shelby Miller was a top pitcher at the time when they traded him, and it just didn't work out.
Correct.
So,
but, and then another thing about the Brewers, didn't they lose that one pitcher to punching a wall?
He's coming. He's back now.
He is.
How did he
broke
come?
His hand. He's back.
No way. He's back.
Oh! Are you talking about the Brewers?
Yeah.
No, you were thinking of Husker Yanoa for the Braves. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, he's back. But Devin Williams, he's.
Yeah, that's a loss for them then.
Oh yeah,
hurts, because the Brewers bullpen, their entire pitching staff is what made them great, and now all of a sudden they've taken a back burner in September. They clinched a division title, and now their second best bullpen reliever breaks his hand
because he punches something that wasn't moving.
Yeah,
because you're excited, and now that's why I'm not as high as the Brewers as I once was like 2 months ago.
Yeah,
that they could actually be a dark horse to win the whole thing, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I think.
But the thing is that the Brewers,
I think they're the coldest team.
But the Brewers have the best three pitchers. They got Burns, Woodruff, Peralta.
I agree, but the thing is that Max Fried, Charlie Moore, and Ian Anderson, they're no pushover either. And then when you got the offense that Atlanta has versus the offense the Brewers have, that's why I like Atlanta overall.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it's going to come down to better offense than at that rate then.
Most likely, yeah.
And if the Braves can be pests in the box, like pain in the ass, pitas, as I call them, pitas in the box, they're going to be, it's going to be hard for Burns or Woodruff or Peralta to go 6 innings. They're going to go 4 or 5 innings. And look at, tonight with
Scherzer.
He won 5 in the
Cardinals
third.
are paying the butt too.
Yeah, they're playing well. It comes down to if you can have good approaches in the box, having a right approach, and being a pain to get out. That's the one thing. The reason why the Yankees aren't doing well at all or in the past couple of years is because they want to get big guys that hit home runs and stuff. Well, yeah, that's nice and everything, but if you have a couple guys, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the lineup that can be a pain and get on base.
And DJ LeMahieu being out, I think, hurt them too.
Yeah, and that's because he probably had a down year, probably because of an injury.
I think we don't nagging on him the whole year.
But that's probably the reason why the Yankees need more hitters like DJ LeMahieu or Brett Garner when he used to be younger, because they get on base. Then you have a guy like Judge come up or Giancarlo come up, and they hit a 2-run or 3-run home run instead of just a solo jack. Yeah. And that just changes. Or he could
be stand and knock it off the monster twice.
Yeah, right. But that just changes the whole complexion. Instead of a 1-0 ball game, it could be a 3-0 ball game. And that's probably why the Cardinals are doing so well. And that's probably why they're winning. They won the 17-game win streak they had, or 18 or whatever it was.
Yeah, 17. Yeah.
But yeah.
So.
But no, I agree. I mean, I agree with you. The Braves, the Braves are playing really well. I can definitely see it. And the Brewers play well on the road for some reason. I saw their stats and their record at home or on the road. This regular season, they're better on the road than they are at home. So
50-31. You're right. 50-31 on the road, 45-36 at home.
Yeah. So not saying they didn't do bad at home, but
so is Atlanta. 46-35 on the road, 42-38 at home.
Yeah, and in the last 10, Braves were 8-2 and Brewers are 4-6. So I agree. I think the Braves do win the first series, and it comes down to who they play in the second series. Is it going to be the Giants? Is it going to be the Dodgers, or is it going to be the Cardinals? So, I mean, if they play the Giants, I can definitely see the Braves going into the World Series. But if it's going to be the Dodgers,
they beat them 3 times last year.
Yeah, no, I get it, but
which is last year, but still,
they didn't have Max Scherzer and Trey Turner.
Right, and the Braves didn't. Yeah, no, I agree. And the Braves didn't have Charlie Morton, and then they didn't have Eddie Rosario, Jorge Soler, Adam Duvall, and John Peterson, who they pretty much traded away nothing for. They just full on sent it for these guys, and it paid off. I mean, when they made those moves, I was like, why are they doing that? Why aren't the Phillies making more moves? Because the Phillies at that time were in a better spot than the Braves were, but the Braves made more moves, and it worked out for them.
Yeah.
So,
and on the flip side of the AL side, I think the Rays win the series against the Red Sox kind of with ease, in my opinion. And then you were
just knocking on the Rays pitching.
Yeah, but you don't score 157 runs they're just absolutely insane. They score a lot of runs. And it's so much easier as a pitcher when you're up 3, 4, 5 runs, just go.
The third best run differential in the entire MLB, only behind, you guessed it, the Giants and Dodgers.
Yep. And Dodgers are absolutely insane. So, I mean, Rays, you can see the Rays coming out of the AL. I can also see the Astros. I don't see the White Sox.
I don't see the White Sox. To me, the White Sox are like the Brewers of the AL.
Yeah, they're too young. Too little experience right now.
But they're a bit cold, even though I know they went 7-3 in their last 10. I don't know. I like Houston better than them.
No, I agree.
At the moment.
So
for me, I got Atlanta. In this game, gosh, I don't know, but I think I would go with the Giants either way. They seem very team of destiny-ish this year. Have the Braves beating the Giants. Then the AL side, Rays over Red Sox, Astros over White Sox, and then Rays over Astros, and then Rays over Rays in probably 6 is my gut feeling.
Yeah.
So
it kind of hurts that the Dodgers are in the wild card, but
yeah, it does hurt for how good they are. It's still 1-1 top of the 8th. So
yeah.
So we're gonna go watch the end of this game. But I'd like to thank you for coming on, also for providing your insight. Very much appreciated.
Anytime, buddy.
Buddy, you still awake over there?
Yeah. I'm just watching the Dodgers Cardinals game. So.
Oh, look at you. I'm proud of you. Watching the game while we're talking, you're gaining knowledge, man. So maybe next time you can say a little bit. I love it, man. I love to hear it.
Giants, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, Giants. Yeah. Just back a team. Just back a team. I love to hear it.
Yeah, because the Yankees can't win, so.
I also want to say one thing. I heard about something about game 162 with the Rays versus the Yankees, and they were looking at the scoreboard, and the reason why they didn't walk Aaron Judge second and third with less than 2 outs is because they didn't want to face the Blue Jays. Because I think the Rays think that the Blue Jays are a hotter team than the Red Sox or the Yankees. I kind of agree with that. They're a better offensive team than those two.
Had the Blue Jays had the, if my math is, I think they had the 5th best run differential in the league.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of smart. I mean, for I forget his name, the manager for the Rays. Kevin Cash. Yeah, that's the reason why he's the manager there. He's smart man.
Cash money, right?
They got something going on there.
So
I don't know what it is, but
makes it easier, to take one of the better teams out of playoffs. You don't have to face them, because if the Blue Jays had to end up playing the Yankees or the Red Sox, and then they had to play another playing game for the wild card game, and then they could potentially win that game, go against the Rays. You take that chance, but why even bother? So
yeah,
I heard about something about why they did what they did in game 162. So
yeah,
it's kind of smart.
Alrighty, so we're gonna wrap it up there. Like I said before, thanks for coming on, Austin. Appreciate it. So we're gonna thank our sponsors, as we'd love to do, because they are great people. We got 33 Ranger Music on SoundCloud. My man provides fresh beats just like the one you are listening to in the outro at this moment. The man, he's something else, man. I've been listening to him for a long time. Go check him out. And then of course we got Puggy. You do our man this time. You do our man.
Make sure to go on Instagram, follow @_Edwin the Barber _. He gives nice haircuts. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't gotten my haircut recently, but
I'm going there soon. I promise. I'm going there soon.
Holding it to him, but
yes, you are.
I mean, I haven't gotten my haircut in about 2-3 weeks, and it looks still pretty solid.
Great. I honestly thought you just got it cut. That's how great it looks. Honestly, God, I really thought, I wonder if he went in in the last couple of days, because I honestly thought that's how good it looks. Honestly, I'm not just saying that to say it. I really thought you maybe got a haircut in the last couple of days.
Thank you.
So
make sure to follow Edwin.
Yes,
you look like a brand new person.
Yeah, if you need a haircut, this is my man.
Or a beard trim.
Yes, or a beard trim. I'm gonna get the full grooming, when I go there in a couple of weeks. And then of course for our YouTube channel, for the video version of this podcast, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the video podcast in the future. For reference, we are going to be aiming to put out our video podcasts, or just podcasts in general, out on Thursdays at noon. That is the goal. And if there is change, be sure to follow us on Twitter @CloudZeroSports for any updates. And if you want to keep the sports conversation going, everyone, hope you have a great day. Enjoy Thursday baseball and enjoy the Thursday night football game. It's going to be a great day today. Great day.
Go Lurs.